Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Obscure Angel PT, and for today what I have here, it's a new game that was recently released in early access on Steam. It is called Until None Remain. This game was developed by a team called DWS, and it is using Unreal Engine 4. So the developer sent me out a key to try out the game, and this is the settings that I do recommend you to play with if you have similar hardware to me. Just play with the eye settings. In my opinion, it provides an experience around those 60 frames per second, but I decided to try the game in the two maps that is available by now. And I tried the game with 3 different settings. I tried the game completely maxed out in the inside map, where I got an average of 58 frames per second and a minimum of 46. The eye settings, I got an average of 65 with minor drops to 53. And if you go with the median settings, you are going to get an experience always above 60 frames per second. But unfortunately, you lose the reflections on the floor. You don't lose entirely all the reflections, but the reflections on eye, they are really good. It feels like a complete screen space reflections performed by Unreal Engine 4, which is absolutely beautiful. This was on the inside map. The inside map, it's not really the most demanding map that you can try out. There is an outside map that is much more open, and it feels like a much more interesting fighting map in my opinion. And by going to that map, the results were a little bit worse. So by using the ultra settings, I got an average of 45 and a minimum of 31. The eye settings provide me an average of 62 with a 1% of 39, and the median settings again got over those 60 frames per second. So probably the best settings you can go for, it is either the eye settings or median. All the settings did stutter from time to time. It is something that did happen to me in my both two PCs, so it seems a problem related to the game. And this way I was able to enjoy the game more or less with the eye settings and median, and that's it. Talking about enjoying the game, I wasn't really able to enjoy the game. It's not that the game it is bad or it crashes or anything. The game was 100% stable all the time that I played. The performance was good, aside from stuttering from time to time. That do happen in my two PCs. And this can be fixed in later versions, because this is just their first version of the game, so there is a ton of work that can be done to fix the game, but I think that most of the stuff, it is already done in this game. But the problem with this game, it is the fact that the game, it is dead by now. There are no players online. I wasn't really able to play against other people aside from bots, which they are obviously very dumb, as you can see, and that is expectable because this is supposed to be a multiplayer game. It wasn't supposed to have bots online, okay? And I've accepted this key from the developers, but because the game had all the big buzzwords of nowadays. I mean, it's a battle royale game with a particularity of having, you know, small maps, which creates tense moments, much more, I don't know, battles and fighting much more often than any other battle royale that I played before. It's a mix between a deathmatch game and a battle royale, so it seemed fine to me. But after playing some hours during 3 days, and not being able to play against other people really got me disappointed, and by now I can't really recommend you to buy this game. And you know, because it's impossible to play against other people, so it's just a dead multiplayer game. You can't really play against anyone. So this got me a little bit worried. I talked with the developers behind this game, and it's only 2 guys responsible for this project, which is impressive since the game it is very well done. But I've been talking about trying to make this game a little bit more popular, to try to convince them to go to free-to-play, but they seem they want to try something first. They want to try to put the game on humble bundles and bundles in order to promote the games, probably Steam free weekends and stuff like that. But they are going to try that right now in January of 2018, and since this video is a little bit early than those movements they are about to do, what I want to say is that if this game gets players online, if this game starts to get some popularity, I don't see why I can't recommend it. I think it might be a good game for you to play, especially I can sense that there are a lot of things that will be improved in the game. This is the first version of the game and it works great, in my opinion, so all the good things I can expect very good things to come in the future versions of this game. But without players, I can't really recommend. So if their moves work, and if this game gets players through Humble Bundles and stuff like that, I don't see why I can't recommend to you. It feels a nice game, and it's very cheap, so it might create good moments. There is also a lot of Battle Royale games that are free to play, so this game, the only particular thing that this game has, probably it's the fact of having small maps and you are fighting much more often than on all the other games. But if this game don't get the players they need to enjoy the game, I can't recommend it. So guys, that's all that I want to talk about until None Remain. Despite my experience with the game, I want to really thank the developers for the opportunity to give me the opportunity to try the game, and I wish them the best of luck to them. If the game gets relevant, I promise that I will cover this game again. Thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon.
10, 9,
Goodbye.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final round.